Hey guys, it's Cameron again, and I'm back to do a review of DOON by Lori Langdon and Carrie Corp. This is a young adult fantasy novel, and it is published by Blink Publishing, and it is set to be released today, August 20th. First up, I'd like to thank the authors, Lori and Carrie, as well as Blink Publishing, for sending me this review copy. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and read the synopsis for you guys, and then I will jump into the review. Veronica doesn't think she's going crazy, but why can't anyone else see the mysterious blonde boy who keeps calling her name? When her best friend McKenna invites her to spend the summer in Scotland, Veronica jumps at the opportunity to leave her complicated life behind for a few months. But the Scottish countryside holds other plans. Not only has the imaginary kilted boy followed her to Alloway, she and Kenna uncover a strange set of rings in an unnerving letter from McKenna's great aunt. And when the girls test the instructions that Aunt Gracie has left behind, they find themselves transported to a land that defies explanation. DOON seems like a real-life fairy tale, complete with one prince who has eyes for McKenna and another who suspiciously looks like the boy from Veronica's daydreams. But the land has a dark underbelly as well. The two girls could find everything they've longed for, or end up breaking an enchantment and being trapped in a nightmarish world. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. The characters, the storyline, the humor, everything about it made it the perfect, light, fun summer read. Another really cool thing about this book is that it is actually linked to the stage play called Brigadoon. I've never seen or read the play of Brigadoon, but after reading this book, I am now definitely very curious to check it out and see what it's all about, because I really enjoyed this book and I want to see more of that world and how it started. So the plot. I really enjoyed the plot and the storyline of this book. I thought it was very entertaining. Even when there isn't a lot happening, there's always something to keep your interest. For instance, there is always a lot of humor, and that's something I was not expecting from this book. I wasn't expecting to laugh as much as I did, but there's a lot of very witty dialogue, especially from the character McKenna. She's very, very funny and reminds me of somebody that I know, so I thought it was really entertaining to read about her. I also like Veronica. She's a very strong main character, but not so strong that it makes her seem like she's an adult and not a teenager. Her and McKenna both seem like real teenagers, which I really like because I've read a lot of young adult books where the characters are great, but they start taking on this very, very mature vibe that sets them apart from what a real teenager would be like. And I feel like the authors did a really good job of presenting both of these characters as teenage girls. There's also a lot of romance in this book, so if you like that, I definitely recommend you giving this book a try. Romance is typically the last thing that I look for in a book, but when it's done right, I really enjoy it. And I felt like it was handled extremely well in this book. This has the potential to be an insta-love young adult book, but it really isn't. Kind of is, but it kind of isn't because of how the characters kind of clash. They don't necessarily fall for each other right away. They get on each other's nerves, and I really enjoy that bickering between the characters because you can tell that something's there, but they just aren't really connecting just yet. And I like seeing that. I thought it was very refreshing for a young adult book. So yes, I really enjoyed the plot. I enjoyed the characters. The romance was nicely handled. The setting. The setting is brilliant. For one, a lot of this book takes place in Scotland, which is awesome. I love Scotland, and this book perfectly paints the picture of what Scotland is. There are castles and green hills. That book cover totally captures the feel of the book. And the writing style is like perfect. It's wonderfully detailed and very rich, and it flows just so naturally, which is very surprising considering these are two different authors who wrote this book. So this book gets a very big thumbs up from me. This book was released today, August 20th, so I definitely recommend that you give this book a shot if you like young adult romance and fantasy. It's definitely right up your alley. So thank you for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.